Hi, y'all. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Becky.
And together we're cruising good time. Galveston, Texas is the fourth largest cruise port in the United States of America and the largest one outside of the state of Florida, handling almost 2 million passengers a year.
Today we're going to give you tips on how to streamline your embarkation process and how to make it the most enjoyable experience for you. At the end of this video, we will tell you about Texas law and how that could impact your day in Galveston and your drink package. Galveston has 3 piers that are used by cruise ships. So the older 2 are located near each other. They're 25 and 28, and they're used by Carnival Cruise Line, Disney, RCCL, and Princess. The other pier, the newer one, is Pier 10, and it's used by Royal Caribbean, also known as RCCL.
So for those of you that don't know, Galveston is right next to the city of Houston, and there's 2 major airports that service Houston, Texas. One is Hobby Airport. That's down on the south side of town. It's only about 45 miles from Galveston, primarily at Southwest, but I think a lot of the other airlines do fly into there. Bush Intercontinental Airport's on the north side of town. It's about 75 miles from Galveston. It has all the international flights and all the major airlines there as well. But all your cruise lines will have some sort of transportation package. You can put you on a bus and bring you down to Galveston. And those are pretty economical. There is rideshare from those places. That can be expensive depending on traffic situations and a pretty good distance. A big part of going to Galveston is because it's adjacent to Houston, is a lot of people just drive down to that pier. And even my sister will drive down from the Dallas area and catch a ship down there and park at the pier. There's plenty of parking at the pier. There's some private lots, and then there's a Port of Galveston lot. A little tip we have is we always use the Port of Galveston Express lot, which you park right up by the ship. It costs like $2 or $3 more per day when you average it out. But you literally walk from your car right on the ship. You don't have to mess with a bus transfer or anything like that. Easy peasy, get off the disembarkation. I've got off, looked off the balcony, say, hey, there's a car right there. So it's real easy way to get in and out.
As a side note for parking, though, it is very easy if you want to park at another lot. They'll allow you to drive through. They'll take the luggage from your car. You can drop off most of your passengers, and then you have just one driver go and leave the car in the parking lot and take a shuttle bus back.
That's very easy that way, too. Galveston is ridiculously easy about getting on a cruise ship. The Pier 10 that Becky mentioned for RCCL out there on the east side of the island, they do charge a little more for that than they do some of the other ones. It's like $1 or $2 a day. But I tell you, it is so easy to get in and out of because you drive in. It's built just in the last couple of years, so the traffic flow is very good. It can accommodate all the heavy traffic to load those large ships, so it's easy to get in and out of. But they do charge you just a smidge more. It's still cheaper than parking at any airport I've been to, so it's still a bargain.
And I will say that the RCCL drop-off experience is extremely improved from the experience that we had with them at the other pier. So one of the wonderful things about cruising is that you're going to have your large bags. You're going to check them in before you ever get in line to get on the cruise ship. And the luggage is going to magically appear in your room. Of course, you'll have identified your room number and put the appropriate tags on. And that way you just hand it off to the luggage carriers. In the Port of Galveston, it will be some man in a Hawaiian shirt, no matter who you're cruising with.
They're all in Hawaiian shirts. They're pretty easy to spot.
Yeah, so sometimes they can take it as you're getting out of your car or getting off a bus, or you simply go to the area that says Luggage Drop Off. That'll have a group of people that will be taking your luggage. No matter what port you're cruising from, one of the important tricks is to put the luggage tags on your bags before you leave home. So like this one is for Princess, but you do this for every single different cruise line, and they sell special plastic carriers you can buy online for any one of them. And these have been airport proof and survived many different trips for us.
We'll have a link below to the Amazon place where we bought these. We don't get any money for that, by the way. And so Becky's right. Knock on wood. So far, we haven't had the airline knock one off yet. So they're pretty sturdy.
So we always recommend, if you're traveling long distances, that you arrive at the cruise port the day before. In Galveston, there are several hotels that allow you to stay at their hotel and get discounted parking fares, and they'll get you over to the cruise line. Yeah. So those include the San Luis and the Hilton and the Best Western. And I have stayed at the San Luis and the Hilton, and they are both fabulous places. All three of them are on the Seawall, so you can have a really good time. So if you are coming in on the airline, you can also look through whatever cruise line you're with, and they will have deals with different hotels. For instance, Princess has a deal with a Marriott Courtyard where you could stay on the Seawall with them.
So there's quite a bit of things to do in Galveston. So if you come in the day before, the evening before, there's a lot of touristy things to do there. It's a great town to visit. One of the ones you'll pass coming from Houston into Galveston is NASA. They have a big visitor center right there, and it's something to take in if you've never seen it before. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely love NASA. It is an amazing experience. If you've never been there, number one on my list. In the city of Galveston, there are many things to do. So the Strand is very fun. It's like an old historic street. It has things to wander through, fun shops. Really enjoy that confectionery store. King's
Confectionery store right there on the Strand. They make the saltwater taffy right there. It's a lot of fun.
So the Seawall's on a different part of the island. It's fun to stroll along. It has a lot of businesses. If you're looking for a good beach, this is not going to compare to the Caribbean beaches. This is a Texas beach, and the water is very dark due to the sediment that comes out of the Mississippi River.
Also on the Seawall right there is an area called Pleasure Pier, which is a pier that goes out over the ocean. And it has a lot of activities to do. It has like a roller coaster. It has a big Ferris wheel at the end of it. It has one of these dungeon drop type rides that let you free fall. It's a great way to spend the afternoon and a lot of money and hopefully not get motion sick.
So Pleasure Pier offers opportunity that your children may enjoy.
So Moody Gardens is a great place to go visit as well. They have like aquarium there. They have botanical gardens. A lot of science and show and tell type exhibits out there. We used to take our kids there all the time when they were younger, and it's a lot of fun to go take in.
So Moody Gardens also offers a lot of activities. They'll have things for the children to do, different activities. Go look at their website. They have a zip line. They have a butterfly garden. A lot of different things to choose from.
One thing I like about Galveston is the food scene. It has a very good food scene. It's got that South Texas seafood flair. It's a lot of redfish, a lot of spice on it. And probably the staple there, I think, is Guidos, which goes back to the early 20th century. It's been around forever. It's white linen tablecloth, but it is casual. It's on the Seawall, so you don't have to dress up to go there. But absolute great food there and good service, I find.
I adore Guidos, but there's other places that are fun to eat. Like my children love the Spot, which is a little more open and outdoors, have different little areas that you can eat. Also, It's on the Seawall with views of the ocean.
Yep, there's a ton of places to eat in Galveston, and I don't know if I ever had a bad one there. So also over by the Strand, there's some restaurants. So take in that food scene while you're in Galveston.
So a very important thing to know about Galveston is while you're still at port, the state of Texas will not allow you to use the drink package to get drinks. So any alcohol you purchase on board before you leave port will be additional costs above and beyond for whatever you have for your drink package.
Like Becky says, your drink package is not going to work while you're in Texas waters. So it won't be effective till probably an hour and a half after you sail, because Galveston Bay is a pretty big bay. It takes a while to get out of it. We brought a bottle of wine on board and just enjoyed that in the afternoon as well. And my experience is they don't really care if you take the bottle of wine down to a lounge, and if you open it yourself and drink it, they'll give you glasses and you can kind of do what you want with it.
Yeah, and what we've noticed, as long as you're friendly, you can usually get like a wine glass from one of the bars and enjoy your bottle of wine where you want. So we recommend that you bring a wine opener with you to avoid a corkage fee. So it really helps us out if you give us a comment or a like.
Thanks a lot for watching.
Until next time, have a cruising good time.